Hi guys, and welcome to another Divi video. This is Jamie from System22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. Well, we had a question on one of our videos and somebody was asking if they could have an image and have two different lots of text appear when they hover over it. If this is what you're looking for, it's really easy to do. So we've got an image there. When we hover over the top, we've got this little bit of text appears, and when we hover over at the bottom, we got that little text appear. And when we take our mouse off, we got the regular image. So let's get started. First thing I'm going to do is enable the visual builder. And let's go down to where we want to work. And I'm just using a regular text module to do this particular one right here, and an image in the background of the column. So let's add our text modules first. I'm going to add a new module. Divi comes as standard with all these modules. We're going to use a simple text module for this today. Okay, a little too much text for us there. I'm going to chop that down a little bit. And let's add another one underneath it. And again, a little bit too much text for me there. I'm going to chop off a little bit here. Okay, so we've got our two lots of text there. What I'm going to do now is wrap them in a color so we can see them and give them a bit of spacing. And then I'm going to go in and put the image in the actual column that it's residing in and create the hover effect. So I may as well start with this one. I'm going to give it a dark background. Let's move this so you can see what's going on. I'm going to give it black, but I don't want it to be fully black. I want to see some of my image through there. So let's try that. And the text itself, I'm going over to Designs tab here. I want to make that light or white in color so we can see it on top. I just want to give it a bit of spacing all around so it's not squashed up against the borders. So still on the Design tab, I'm going to go down to Spacing. And I'm just going to give it 10 pixels all around. Just put the 10 in, it'll put the pixels for you. Hit the little chain, it'll do the opposite side for you. There we go, fantastic. I'm going to do exactly the same for the module on top there. Going to go down to background. Again, I don't want the opacity. We can always change this around in a minute. Text, let's make that light in color or white. And we'll give him a little bit of padding all around, same as we did with the other one. Fantastic. Okay, well, let's put our little image in the background now. So I'm going to save this. I'm going to go into the actual row, the green tab for the row, blue for a section, dark for a module. So I'm going to go into the row. We're working on column 3 here. 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to go into there. I'm going to put a background image in. I'm going to go over image. We've got color gradient image or video. Just pop an image in there. As you can see, we've got a background image in there, but we kind of want our text and things to be spaced out and so we can see a lot of the image. So let's go to our design and we're going to use a bit of spacing here. I'm going to give it, say, 20 pixels all around. Again, just put in the 20, it'll put in the pix, hit the chain, it'll do the opposite side. Okay, that's pretty good. I'm going to try and match it lengthwise to our one next door, so I'm going to up the padding top and bottom. Let's up that to 50. I think that's close enough, so we've got it the same size. Great, so we've got the image, we've got our content, but now we want to make it disappear and only see it when we hover on it, and this couldn't be easier. We're not using any coding for this today. Going to go into the actual module, down to design, and we're going to use filters to do this today. If we roll down, here's the filters under the design tab. I'm going to roll down some more and go to opacity. Now opacity is transparency or see-throughness, if you will, And common to most Divi modules, if you hover over the dark writing there, you'll see some icons appear. If there's an arrow, click on it and it'll pop up with two boxes, a desktop when your mouse is not on it, and a hover when your mouse obviously is on it. And we can set different states. So initially on desktop, when the mouse is not on it, we don't want to see it at all. So I'm going to drag the opacity all the way down to 0. As you can see, or as you can't see, it's gone. Then when we hover over it, I want to drag that back up to 100%. Great. Now the time it takes to go from desktop, invisible, to visible is 300 milliseconds by default with Divi. That's pretty quick. Great if it works for you, fine. If not, hit your advanced tab. We can go down to transitions and we can slow it down a bit. I'm going to slow mine down to about 3/4 of a second. Don't want any delay, want it to happen as soon as they put their mouse on it. And speed curve I like to use for these sort of hover effects. It's ease in and ease out. They're all slightly different. Some will work better than others in certain situations, so check them out. But for my hover effects, I tend to use this one. So we're good to go on that one. It should disappear when I save, yeah. And let's go do the same thing with this one right here. So I'm going to go to design. Going to go down to filters, down to the opacity again, get up our little hover boxes, desktop and hover. Desktop, don't want to see it at all. Hover state wants to be 100% visible. I'm just going to slow down that transition again slightly, 3/4 of a second, and ease in, ease out. Once I save, that writing should disappear. So we've now got an image that when you hover on the top, one set of writing is going to appear, and when you hover on the bottom, another set's going to appear. So let's save our changes and make sure it's all going to work on the front end. And let's go up and exit the Visual Builder. And there we have it. If we go as this image, we hover over the top half, we've got this text appearing. Let go, it pops out. Hover over the bottom half, and we've got this text appearing. And of course you can link these modules to any way you want to link them if you want to have two different links there. So I hope that's answered your question of how to have split hover effects with text over an image. And I hope you found that useful today. Like I say, really easy to do. We can do it with coding as well, but that's the simplest way. So I hope you've enjoyed this today and found it useful. If you have, please give it a thumbs up, ring the bell, comment, share and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Once again, this has been Jamie with System22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.